What's up everybody? Fortnite Chapter 3 just concluded with the Fracture event, and I thought I would run you through what happened and speculate a little bit on what lies ahead in Chapter 4. Crazy to think that Fortnite is already on Chapter 4. Do me a favor though, if you love Fortnite, you love the story, and you want to see more vids like this, go ahead and subscribe to the channel and drop a like while you're at it. When the event officially starts, you can see a cutscene of the island preparing to battle the Herald. The Herald eventually arrives and then starts coming closer. She starts getting shot but regenerates. Eventually it looks like she's been defeated, but then she comes back as a giant version of herself and eventually chromifies everyone fighting against her, the entire island and everything on it. This was not a fair fight at all, and it was very true. The nothing was inevitable, and at this precise moment, there was nothing. There was no island, there was just simply nothing, exactly what we had been warned of. Sometime later, the player is floating out in space until they are eventually dragged up near the 0 point, where the paradigm is asking us to go after 0 point fragments to restore the power to the 0 point so they can commence something called zero fusion. I gotta admit, this part of the event lasted a really long time, and at some parts it kind of felt like doing chores over and over and over again, but it was very cool nonetheless to see different parts of the island resurfacing, coming back together after what we thought was a complete destruction of the island itself. But as it turned out, some parts of the island did survive, and there were some really notable things that you could see in terms of island pieces that survived. One of them you could see was the rocket. One of them was the mech's arm from back in the day. You can even see the Herald frozen in place the exact same way she was frozen in the last frame of the first cutscene of this event. The whole process of collecting these 0 point fragments was like 25 or 30 minutes long, but eventually the power to the 0 point is restored and the paradigm orders zero fusion to commence. Zero fusion is very risky according to the paradigm, and I'm sure that the scientist has done a lot of research about this very thing. The paradigm even asks Amy that if she should ever see the scientist again, to tell him that Paradigm understood the risks of zero fusion, but according to Paradigm, it was worth the risk because the 7 must be able to survive. At the very end of the event is where we get our first look at the Chapter 4 map, and the thing that is very intriguing about the map in this case is the fact that, just look at it, it's not like it used to be, it's not like a dome, it's not like this protected thing. The island is just floating out in the middle of space, and it's quite different from what we're used to. The battle bus is completely different, presumably because we're no longer in an atmosphere. I don't know, it just looks really strange to see the island like this. Let me know if you agree in the comments. Within the event, there are a couple of notable things that I noticed that I want to just point out to you quickly. Number one, when zero fusion was commenced by the paradigm, one thing I noticed is the Tilted Tower's clock tower was actually one of the items that survived, and during the fusion process, you could see the time on that clock spinning forward very rapidly. I wonder if there's any sort of signal here that what we've just done is time travel? I mean, to some extent, I don't know. I feel like every detail would matter, especially on a major chapter-ending event like this. Number two, it looks like there is going to be a Mr. Beast skin or collaboration, whatever you want to call it, in Chapter 4. It looks really cool. You can see Mr. Beast getting dragged by the 0 point for just a couple seconds here. I still just can't believe he actually uploaded a video about me and it's still on his channel. The map for Chapter 4 looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it's going to make for some beautiful gameplay, and hopefully there's a lot of new stuff and mechanics in this chapter that'll really reignite Fortnite for the future and moving forward. Here's the Chapter 4 key art, and right away, one of the things that the community has noticed is the fact that this character here appears to be Jano, based on the previous leaks and previous information that we had already thought about this character. Remember, Jano is one of the most important and most influential main characters in Fortnite's storyline, believe it or not. So it's fairly huge that he's here, and I would hope to find out a lot this coming season about him, his backstory, maybe even some more information on the Seven, specifically the sisters, because remember, that is their father. As it stands currently, when this video has been uploaded, there is no way for you to get in and actually play the game. It's just currently in downtime as we wait for the next chapter to commence, and you just see your character overlooking the island while roasting some marshmallows and simply waiting for the downtime to end. This was certainly a very unique event. There haven't been many events, maybe none at all like this one, so I'm really curious as to what you think and what you thought about this event, and more importantly, are you excited for Chapter 4? Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and I will make sure to bring you juicy info about Chapter 4 and what's going on as soon as I can. Have a great day.